Right, okay. Next up, it's Saija Mahon, right, from Mahon Digital, right? And she's going to tell us about some top tips for, like, really when you're starting out in the whole needing to like get SEM and SEO in place. This is kind of like a really quick checklist to like kind of go through. So it should be really useful. Anyway, I'll hand you over. Are you unmuted?
I'm unmuted.
You're unmuted.
Yes.
Away we go. Good.
Even if you wouldn't like it. Yes, so hi everyone. My name is Saija Mahon and I'm the founder of Mahon Digital Marketing. We are a full-service digital agency based in the UK, in Finland, Scandinavia, where I'm from, and recently Estonia, Tallinn as well. And I will take you, I've noticed that I will take you to a very different world compared to yours. So I'm kind of the fluffy in the middle of the techies, I guess, but it's all digital marketing. And if you do have a website, if you do have a business, or if you work on a website that needs to get out there in front of your target audience, then hopefully some of my quick wins and tips tonight will be beneficial for you. But before we go into the tips, just a little sobering fact for you, although I think we're getting merry as we speak with the beer. But number of searches performed each year across Google, Bing, and smaller search engines is at least 2 trillion at the moment, but less than a quadrillion. If anybody knows how many zeros is in that one, please tell me. And today, actually, I came across this article. I'm not sure if you read it, but apparently UK small businesses are missing out on 27 billion mobile shopping boom because websites are not optimized. That's quite a sobering fact right there. And this is what we do for our clients and for ourselves as well. We optimize our clients' websites, the code, which you're probably more familiar with, and the paid side of things as well, just to get you in front of your audience. We all need sales, we all need customers, we need leads. This is what we do, and these are quite interesting facts that are true today. So getting on to the quick wins, I'm sure all of you know Google Analytics. This is something that you guys probably are very aware of, and we know that we need to have some kind of measure in place in order to know what kind of traffic are coming to our website, where are they coming from, and where should we be utilizing our marketing efforts in. But it's quite surprising still today that quite a few clients or potential clients, whether it's big or small or somewhere in between, don't have a clue about how to measure their website traffic. Sometimes I go to a meeting and I ask, well, who is coming to your site? Is it your target audience? I don't know. What channels are they coming from? I don't know either. So Google Analytics should be the foundation of getting your quick wins in the SEM game, which is search engine marketing game, by the way. And Google Analytics is free, so that's the beauty of it. We like free things, freebies, and what we can track in Google Analytics is pretty much everything. We can set up goals depending on what the KPIs for our businesses are, so key performance indicators, whether we need to sell stuff, whether we need to generate leads, get people filling out forms, calling on our phone numbers, or if there's other kind of leads that we want to generate. All of this can be tracked via Google Analytics. We can also, of course, track the site visitors' demographics, so we can find out what kind of gender they are and what their interests are, what their user behavior is. So very important to set up Google Analytics as soon as you're launching a website or as soon as you're managing one. And then we have Google Search Console. So previously, this used to be called Google Webmaster Tools. Very important as well to have set up because this is important for a few different things. And one key thing for us as an agency is keyword research. So before, we would be able to see the keywords within Google Analytics. They removed that a few years ago. Now we can see the incoming traffic per keyword within the Search Console. And this is important in terms of the marketing world because, again, many brands or even our clients don't know what their core keywords are, or they think they know. we do keyword research in our head. So we do brainstorming sessions with the sales team, and we think what our proposition is and what the keywords are that people are using when they go into Google to look for our services and products. And sometimes it's quite surprising what the keyword list actually is compared to what we think it is. So we want to validate our core keyword lists with data, and this is what Google Search Console is very good for. Another thing it's very good for is checking any errors on your landing pages, sitemap setups, and technical crawl errors, and so forth. So very important that you have your Google Analytics set up with your Search Console as well. And then if we go into the marketing side of things, and these are really quick wins and they are free little things that you can do in order to get in front of your target audience. So Google My Business pages, does anyone have here a business they manage or a website that they manage? Yes, few hands. Yes. Do you have your Google Plus set up and your Google Maps? No. So you better get setting up after the pizza and beer and so forth. So Google My Business profile is very important if you have an office or a brick and mortar shop, for example, or salon or what have you, that you want to drive traffic to. It's very good for local SEO, so for local search engine optimization as well. And then there's the Google Plus. Does everybody have Google Plus? No one is interested. I completely get that because nobody cares. It's not like Facebook, is it? We don't go there, hang around, and watch cat videos and so forth. Nobody's there. But what Google Plus and Google My Business profile is good for is for SEO optimization purposes, because it's Google's own property. If you have Google My Business profile and you have Google Plus page where you're active as a brand, as a business, all of those posts will be ranked in Google search engine results. Believe it or not, it is useful. But we use it mainly for SEO optimization purposes rather than social media purposes as such. Bing Places covers the same thing. Nobody seems to care about Bing either nowadays. Sorry, Bing, I know this is being recorded. The only person who I know is binging things is my brother. I think he's the only one. But you can cover the same areas within Bing Places as well. So why not? It's all free. Why not use it? Google isn't everything. Google has about 85% of the market share at the moment as a search engine, and Bing has the rest pretty much, a few smaller ones as well. However, we do have social media platforms as well. So, but before we jump into all of the channels, you will have your LinkedIns and Facebooks and Instagrams and Pinterest and so forth. It's important for us as a business and as brands or teams who manage the websites to know where our target audience hangs around. Not all the channels will be relevant, but not only one channel will be your choice either. So important to know where your audience is reachable, where can you engage with them in a meaningful way, where can you get their attention, and then be active within those channels. Directories are still a good way of getting backlinks and getting your rankings higher in terms of SEO optimization, so not to be forgotten either. Competition. We love competition, don't we? We all have competition. If you don't have competition, I'm really, really jealous. But at the same time, I do think competition is very valuable to have because you can keep an eye on them. You can spy on them a little bit, legally, of course. We have few tools we use as an agency. We have SEMrush, we have Spyful, and Keyword Spy. Not sure if anybody is familiar with these tools or if you use these. There's paid versions where you can get more granular data, which is something that we use, but then you have your free trials as well. So I would definitely recommend you looking or checking these tools out and seeing what you can get out. You could, for example, for us as a digital agency, it's important to know where our clients stand against their competition? Where can we position them? Where are they in the game and in the race to get to the top or get ahead of competition by using these tools? We can also get ideas how competition is optimizing their organic search campaigns or their paid campaigns. We can find out exactly how much budget they are spending on Google or Bing, or what kind of keywords they are targeting from the organic side. So very, very valuable information that you can get by using these tools. And then we have SEO plugins. So if you do have a website, or if you're planning to launch one, or if you're managing one, it will be easier for you to optimize the website for SEO, especially by using plugins. And the most common ones are SEO Yoast and All-in-One SEO. And these tools can also provide tips how to improve your organic performance. These are the main plugins that we use, and you can easily optimize metadata like titles and descriptions and so forth. Keywords as well, but Google algorithm doesn't care about them at this moment. We know it changes. The update. Well, what Google algorithm, and I'm sure you've heard about Google algorithms such as Penguin and Panda and Hummingbird, and the latest one is Fred. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. So I guess they wanted to be a bit more different this time. So what Google algorithm means is that there's about 200 elements at the moment that are considered, but basically the algorithm will look at various elements like speed or mobile friendliness, which is really important at the moment, and then they will determine if your website is optimized well for those elements, and then it will rank your website higher than your competitions. So at the moment, site speed is one that is weighed a lot, and mobile friendliness as well. So there's a couple free tools that you can use if you're not sure if the website you manage is indeed responsive or mobile friendly by Google's rules, not anybody else's. And also if the site speed is good or not. So those links, I'm sure you'll send these slides around later, so you don't have to scribble them down. But good to use Google tools to check how you score and then see if you need to make some adjustments to your website. Metadata. I heard of, I think you talked about metadata before. I'm not sure if it was the same thing, but basically metadata is for people as well as the Google spiders and robots that crawl your website. So metadata, there's a little example here, little snippet of our own metadata, and it's beautifully optimized. Thank goodness for that. And what it means is when you go and search for certain products or services within the Google search engine results pages, you put in a keyword, and then hopefully you find what you're looking for. And metadata is something that pops up, first of all, in the organic results. You have your title, which is the blue link, and then you have the description, which is directly underneath. So there's two reasons why we optimize the metadata. We optimize it for those lovely little spiders and robots, so they can crawl our site and see what we are all about, what kind of products and services we are offering. Are we using the correct keywords to be found? And are we ranking against relevant queries as well? But metadata is also for human beings, because that is what you will see in the listing that pops up once you search with keywords. And it's important that metadata is optimized, because otherwise Google will just pull whatever snippet from your website. It might look really silly and not professional, and you cannot actually include call to actions into the metadata as well. For example, we have call to action free quote. We have our phone number as well. So before people even have to click on our link, you can pick up the phone and call us. And you will find out straight away what we are all about, what kind of services we offer before you enter the site. So very important to think about metadata and optimize that individually for each landing page of your website. All the descriptions and titles should be unique. Keyword research. So this is really important as well. In order to get your website ranking towards the right kind of queries in order for you to drive those leads and get the sales in, it's important to use some tools. So not just the brainstorming that we can all do. Of course, we should know our business well, but it's good to validate with data. So what we use the most is Google Search Console, as mentioned before, and then we have Google AdWords Keyword Planner. And again, all of these tools are free. Even Google AdWords, yes, you can launch your paid campaigns, but before you do that, you can still set up an account and have a look at how many people are actually looking for your core keywords within certain markets, whether you're a local or global business. So a combination of those two will work as a good foundation. But then, so now we go to the paid side. So you can pay if you're in a rush to get, I think you mentioned there's seasonality with some of your programs, for example, or if there's a new season coming from Game of Thrones, or I don't know, something like that, then you probably would want your TV show to be ranked very high and quickly. So what you can do in order to promote your products or services or TV shows is to pay for the visibility. And this is what we can do via Google AdWords and Bing Ads. And there's obviously the social media side as well, which we will talk about later. So Google AdWords campaigns, you can set up today in a couple hours, depending on how big campaign you want. And you can be live in another couple hours, even less than that. So if you're in a rush, or if there's a launch, or there's news that is related somehow to your business that you want to kind of write that awareness, then Google Ads is your way in front of your target audience in an instant manner. Google AdWords is not only based on keyword searches, so we can buy our core keyword list, let's say 5 to 10 keywords, and buy them, and then show our ads against those keywords when people type them in. But there are other options as well. There's the display network, so Google partner sites where you can display your banner ads, for example, or video ads and so forth to get some extra awareness. You can even handpick your sites where you want your ads to be shown. So if you're not sure, I'm not really sure if this display network the whole network is relevant for me, I can actually go through a list of sites and decide where I want my banner ads to be shown, or text ads. Then we have remarketing, and this is really, really cost-effective way of getting sales and leads in, because these are actually people that have already visited your site. So the data is already ours because we have cookied these people. They are warm leads, they are interested, but if they didn't buy or they didn't do an action that you wanted them to do, you can reactivate them by utilizing remarketing tactics. And it's very, very cost effective because you have already done the hard work of getting those people onto your site. Now you just remarket to them. So you're not competing with your competitors as such. Then we have Google Shopping. So if you have an e-commerce business, like an online clothing shop or products that you're selling online, then you can set up Google Shopping by using XML feeds. And this works really well for our e-commerce clients because you can not only have this text-heavy ad within the Google search results, but you can actually enhance that by having visual attached to the text as well. So it really helps to kind of gain traction and attention and get your brand be visible, and also you can get all the call to actions combined with Google Shopping ads. So very good. Good to test different tactics, what works best, rather than just thinking about keyword marketing. So then we have social media. So again, it's not all about search engines and buying keywords or getting your Google Shopping campaigns running. We can get visibility in the social media world as well, and we can pay for that visibility. We can launch ads in the same way as we can do in Google AdWords and Bing as well. It's harder to get organic visibility in the social media platforms now. Not sure if you noticed that, but it's probably 10% if you push out a social media post organically through Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, Twitter, the organic visibility, the reach is very small, because these are businesses as well. We have to always remember, why are these channels here? What do they want? What are their targets and objectives? Well, they want to make money. Therefore, they are pushing more and more advertisers and brands to pay for their visibility in front of their target audience. Google the same. They want to make money. But they do work very well, so it's not to be forgotten. Let's not give Google too much power. Let's spread the campaigns across social media. Well, people, I'm sure everybody here has Instagram account and Facebook, most likely. No? Oh my God, you don't? You're the first person who I know. Which one don't you have, or both? But you have Facebook. Okay, then. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, you're still kind of in the real world. That's good. That's good. It's really good. But everybody else has Instagram and Facebook. So it's, as brands, businesses, we want to capture your attention. I'll catch you on Facebook. Don't you worry. So important again to utilize, and all of these channels and platforms also have their own analytics and insights and research tools where you can find out if my buyer persona is actually hanging around here or not. Get blogging. Who blogs today? Does anybody have a blog? Great. Quite a few. Good. Awesome. So you know already that blogging is really, really important in terms of getting your website content refreshed once in a while, hopefully about once a month or maybe even twice. Really important for SEO, so search engine optimization. Google likes fresh content. And one way to do that is to do blogging. And you can implement your important keywords in your blog articles as well. Another good thing about blogging is obviously you can syndicate that content into the social media platforms where you are active. So great content to slice and dice into social media posts rather than having to think, oh, what shall I post today in Facebook? I don't really know. You have it there already. Just slice and dice it and push it out. Obviously, blogging is good for gaining backlinks as well. And the more valuable backlinks you have from different properties in the internet pointing to your website, the higher Google will rank your website. So very good in terms of SEO, social media content, and obviously providing your target audience, the people who will pay your income, tips and tricks and valuable, interesting ideas how to perhaps use your products or services, or just to keep them informed what's going on in your industry. So last but not least, another sobering fact, shoppers are predicted to double the amount they spend on purchases made on mobile devices this year. So make sure your website is mobile friendly, responsive, and that you're in front of your right target audience at the right time. Capitalize on the growth. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Right, yeah.
Do we have time?
Any questions? We can fit a couple in. Right, let's go to Lucas. I've got one too. So.
How does accessibility factor into search engine optimization?
Yeah, actually, I think I have a conversation with you because so now the Google algorithm, for example, I was interested in the HTTP, and now the Fred algorithm update actually favors HTTPS. So that's one thing, and accessibility, easy navigation, there's the one-click rule, so the little spider comes to the website. The more navigable and user-friendly the website is, the better quality score that Google has given this lovely metric quality score, the better quality score Google will give the website. So it's not just that if I optimize Google campaigns really well for us, so our clients, so I do a really good job externally, but if the internal stuff within the website is not right, then we're not going to get a good quality score. We are not going to be ranked high. So it's really important that the optimization goes hand in hand within the website and then with the campaign. So accessibility would be one, HTTPS, all the metadata, user experience, speeds, loading times, and site speed, and all of that.
That's really interesting. I'll sort of like kind of expand on that a little bit, because my question was going to be,
Yeah.
is like, in your world, had you seen any real impact of the move to HTTPS in terms of like sites now being marked as kind of nominally insecure just by being HTTP, even though there's nothing necessarily insecure about them? So that's kind of a pushing the market to go. We've talked about that a lot in this group,
Yeah.
and implementing that. And the other one was picking up on the question on accessibility. And is there, in that quality scoring, is there really any kind of metrics that Google or the search engines use where they're saying, oh yeah, this is basically quite a good site for screen readers. This is quite a good site. It provides nice clear text. It's not using like really weird colors for people and stuff like that. Is there anything like that?
Yeah, so in the algorithm at the moment, there's 200 elements that contribute to it, but obviously we don't know all of them. We know some of them that are the biggest ones, like the site speed and responsiveness and the HTTPS at the moment. But we are monitoring our clients' websites' performance constantly. And when we find out about an algorithm update, we will usually see either the traffic going up or there will be a dip. And then we would look into, well, why was that? Or hopefully we would have known, or we're Google partners, so usually they tell us a little bit before what's coming, so we can actually go and fix those things before a huge dip happens, because these are businesses that can, some e-commerce businesses can really suffer if they don't stay ahead of the game. So yes, there are many factors, and I'm sure the ones that you mentioned are, because if you think of the bigger picture again, why is Google there? Google want to retain that 85% market share. But if users of Google think, for example, you and me, well, the results are not good, or you're serving me with bad websites, then, well, I'm going to go and try Bing, aren't I? So their main objective.
Unlikely.
Most likely unlikely, but you get the kind of main principle idea. Google's main objective is to index new content onto their database and grant their users with really good user experience.
Okay, anyone because we're going to be running out of time, can we save any other questions for Saija after the end, and I'm sure we can talk about them at the thing, and otherwise we'll give poor old James will run out of time. All right. Okay, thank you again, Saija.